Good afternoon, boys and girls. My name is Mrs. Almanza, and today we are going to go over a story, and we're going to go over a little mini English language arts lesson. And the goal for today is that we're going to learn how to make predictions about what will happen in the story and identify the moral of the story. Okay?
What is
The moral of the story? That's a great question. So the moral of the story, does anybody know first before I answer that?
No.
So the moral of the story is, what did the characters learn, or what did you learn from the story? So sometimes when you're reading a story and somebody learns something or you learn something, that's called the moral of the story. Okay? Everybody understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. So first we're going to start by playing a little game, and it's going to be a little role play game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to act out a scene, and you guys are going to try to predict or guess what I'm going to do next. Okay, so I'm not going to speak, and you guys just watch until I ask you what I'm going to do next. Okay, I'll be right back. Show me by raising your hand if somebody can predict what I'm going to do next.
Read the story.
Read a story. So what clue did I give you that made you predict I was going to read a story?
You grabbed a chair, laid down, and got a book and sat down.
Anybody see a different clue?
You put on reading glasses.
Yes, put on reading glasses. Good job. So that's a prediction. So when you guys are reading the story that we're going to go over today, you guys are going to look for clues to help you make predictions. You guys are going to look for clues in the story that I give you to make predictions about what will happen next as well, okay? So as you're reading the story, you should know that you don't have, when you make your predictions, it doesn't have to be, there's no right or wrong answer, okay? Looking for clues to make your predictions is going to help you to understand the story better. At the top of your worksheet, I numbered it 1 and 2. So partner number 1, when I tell you to speak to your partner, you're going to speak to partner number 2. Okay, so 1, 2, your partner right here, your number 1 and your number 2. And number 2, yes, perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and read the story out loud, and you guys are going to follow along. And as you're following along, yes, I want you to use your index finger and point at each word as I'm reading it, okay? You ready? Once upon a time, there was a tortoise and a hare who were having a bit of an argument about who was faster. The only way to settle this was to have a race. The tortoise and the hare both agreed on a route and started off the race. The hare shot ahead and ran swiftly for some time. So I want you guys to think about what we just read, and partner number 1, I want you to share with partner number 2 what you think will happen next, and who do you think will win the race, and why? Now write down your prediction on your paper. Oh, let me hand up everybody a pencil. I'm sorry, guys. Only one person has a pencil. When you're finished sharing, I want both of you guys to write down, who do you predict is going to win the race and why? What clue from the story tells you that they're going to win the race? Who do you think is going to win the race and why? Yes. This is a tortoise. There's other common names for these two animals. What are the common names that you usually? Yes, a turtle and a bunny or a rabbit. This is a hare and this is a tortoise. Good job. Does anyone want to share their prediction with the class?
I think the hair is going to lead the race because he is exercising and drinking berry juice.
Yes, and what happens when you exercise and you eat
You
healthy?
get stronger and faster.
Yes, good job.
I put that.
Good job. We'll just wait for a couple more to finish and then we'll go into the next page. So if you guys want to start turning it over to the next page, if you're finished.
It's another book of the same topic. Today was about. It's another book of the same person. Is it another book?
Just a second.
And there was some easy questions that I was the first one to know.
Good job.
And my
Wow.
teacher didn't have to.
That's excellent.
But my teacher told me to not press the read yet, so I didn't press the read. And right when my teacher said don't press the read when you finish, my friend just said read it.
Oh my gosh.
And then I'm like, oh, you're not supposed to press it. Oh, the test is all the things.
That's because Snow West has got a couple people in the room. We're going to read this together, okay? Go ahead and turn it over to the next page. So this is the ending to the story. Let's see what happens. You guys ready? You guys ready? Okay. Seeing that he was far ahead of the tortoise, the hare thought he'd sit under a tree and get a break in before he finished the race. As he sat under the tree, the hare soon fell asleep. Then slowly but surely, the tortoise plodded on past and finished the race in first place. The hare was left snoozing under the tree, unaware that he had just lost to the tortoise. Wow. So partner number 2, I want you to share with partner number 1 what the moral of the story is. Remember we talked about what moral means? What lesson do you think the hare learned? What do you think he's going to do next time he has a race? Share with your partner. Share with your partner.
To not fall asleep under a tree, because if there are people there, then people can move, and then it can be
Start writing it down when you're done sharing. Help your partner if you need help, okay? Okay, who wants to share out loud their moral of the story? We'll have someone different. How about you?
I think that the hare got too comfortable and fell asleep under the tree.
Why? What clue from the story?
Because he said that he was tired and he thought he would take a break and then he fell asleep.
He did, didn't
I learned to not fall asleep during a race because the other person will still be awake and they might win.
Good, excellent. Go ahead.
The moral of the story is to learn to stop falling and
Good, good job, guys. Okay. So now we're going to use this blank sheet of paper here. And I want you guys, you could either write down a summary of the story that we just read. A summary means what happened at the beginning, what happened in the middle, and what happened in the end. Summarize.
So
Or you can draw a picture. So it's your choice. You can write or you can draw a couple pictures. You can choose. You could draw a picture.
I'm
Huh?
gonna do this one. Wait a second.
And it doesn't have to be really fancy, just something really quick, okay?
I'm gonna try making. She draws good. I don't know if that was it.
Just something that shows me that you understood what happened in this story. So what we learned today was how to make predictions about a story and about what will happen next, and how to identify the moral of the story. That was our lesson goal for today.